Hello dear students, welcome to Axiomaticos. This video is the part of the solution series for CSIR NET December 2018 and we are doing this problem 76 of the section C. It's a problem from linear algebra. Let us have a look. Let M be an n cross n Hermitian matrix of rank k where k is not equal to n and lambda is a non-zero eigenvalue with the corresponding unit column vector with this property. So this property actually tells us that u, the question is talking about, is a eigenvector. Then which of the following statements are true? So what options are telling us? Options are telling us that you have to find out rank of m minus lambda u star. So now let us firstly try to understand what is m minus lambda u star by just taking an example, and using that example we can actually discard our two options, but we cannot prove from them. Alright, so now let us begin by just writing your matrix M. So I am choosing my matrix M to be 1 0 0 0. What is the definition of Hermitian? Definition is very simple, that you need M star is equal to M. What is M star? M star is actually conjugate transpose. So firstly you have to take conjugate and then you have to take transpose. So this is a real matrix, so conjugating this matrix will have no effect on it. So it means that M star is just transpose of this. Alright, now you know that transpose, it's a symmetric matrix, so transpose will be M itself. That means the matrix we are taking over here is actually Hermitian. Now it is diagonal matrix also, so 1 and 0 are the eigenvalue. Now question is considering non-zero eigenvalue, so my lambda will be 1. So lambda is 1. Now you see 1 0 0 0, if it is multiplied by 1 0, this vector, it's a non-zero vector and it is unit vector also. Alright, if you will find out its norm, you will get 1. So unit column vector they are talking about, it means norm of this vector should be 1. Now if let us try to multiply. So if you will multiply, what you will get? You will get 1 times of 1, 1, 0 times of 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0, 0 into 0, 0. So you are getting this. So m u is equal to 1 times of u. So it satisfies this property. That means this will be your u. Are you getting my point? Now let us find out m minus 1 times of u star. Alright, let us calculate this. So what it will be? It will be 1 0 0 0 minus u star. So u is this factor. So when you will multiply it with u star, let me write u, this is u. Alright, so u star will be this 1 0. So if you will multiply these two matrix u star, you will get this. Are you getting my point? This is M, this is u star. So finally you are getting a 0 matrix. Alright, now 0 matrix has rank what? It has rank 0. And what is the rank of the matrix that we have chosen? The rank of this matrix M is 1. Rank of this matrix M is 1, and in the question it is given to us that rank of M is k, and rank of m minus lambda times of u star, because it is a 0 matrix, so it will be 0, because we are getting this to be a 0 matrix. So rank of m minus 1 dot u star is 0. Rank of m is 1, which is equal to k. So k minus 1 it is satisfying. So it tells us that rank of m minus lambda u star is k is wrong, because we are not getting 1 over here. So from this example we can actually discard second and third. Why I am doing this example? It's not because I can prove my correct option. I am just doing all of this to make everything clear to you that what this m minus lambda u star represents. So it is representing a thing like this. This is what you need. Alright, so second and third are discarded. We cannot do anything from here. Alright, because we still have to prove 1 and 4th are correct. So now let us work on how we can show that 1 and 4th are the correct option. Alright, So now let us see these things. So these are the two things that we already did. They are given to us. Now let us have a look on spectral theorem, what it tells us. So it is telling us that if A is a Hermitian matrix of order n cross n, and u1, u2 up to un are its n orthonormal eigenvectors. Now you have to see that because A is Hermitian and we know that they are diagonalizable, that is why we are getting n orthonormal eigenvector. And P be a matrix whose column vectors are these. So these eigenvectors that we have n eigenvector. That means we have n columns actually. So using these n columns, we are going to make this matrix P. And what is this importance of this P? That this P, I should not write there exist because we are getting it. So then unitary P will give us this. Are you getting my point? So if P is a matrix that consists of a column as eigenvectors, then you will get that you can write A in the form of this. What is D? D is a diagonal matrix which consists of eigenvalues of A in its diagonal. Got it? So we can actually decompose A in the form of PD P star. This P is actually unitary, alright, that you have to keep in mind. So they are unitary matrices. Now this D, I am again focusing on it, that D is a matrix which consists of eigenvalues of A in its diagonal. So now see that if you will evaluate this expression, alright, if you will evaluate this expression, you will get that these both expressions are actually equal. They represent same. What is ui star? It is actually these vectors. They are not just element, they are a vector of n cross 1. So it's a vector of n cross 1 and it is also a vector of n cross 1 order. Got it? So these two expressions we are getting from where? Spectral theorem. Now in the problem also we have this Hermitian matrix, alright. So because we have Hermitian matrix, it means that for M also we can write it like this, summation Li ui star, alright, and I is varying from 1 to n. Now let us separate the first term. So if you will separate your first term, you will get this. This is 1, alright, 1 star plus summation I is equal to 2 to n minus 1 lambda I ui star. Sorry, it's not up to n minus 1, it's up to n. So see, this is what we will get. Now this u1, I can choose my u1 to be this u that was given to us. So u1 I am choosing to be u, and lambda 1 I am choosing to be the lambda that is given in the problem. So if I am doing that, you will get m minus lambda u star, I am taking this on the left hand side, is equal to summation lambda I ui star. I is equal to 2 to n. So this is what we will get. Now I am again focusing on this, that rank of M is k. Now see, in this representation, if rank of A is k, it means that rank of D should be k. Are you getting my point? Because A and D are actually similar. D is the Jordan canonical form of A. Alright. So because D is a Jordan canonical form of A, that means A is similar to D. The expression that we have written is actually the expression of similarity of two matrices. So A is similar to D. Because A has rank k, it means that D should have also rank k. Now because D is a diagonal matrix, and a diagonal matrix with rank k will mean that if we have a matrix like this which is diagonal, and let us say this is your kth row, this is your kth row. So if a diagonal matrix has rank k, so entries below this should be 0. Are you getting my point? So this is my point, that entries below the kth row should be 0, it means that this I will not vary up to n, it will vary up to k. The things after it, let us say lambda k plus 1, lambda k plus 2 up to lambda n will be 0 because they will be 0 eigenvalue. So we can write this expression like this: lambda I ui star I is equal to 2 to, I am writing up to k, I am not writing n now. Why? Because the eigenvalues after that will be 0. So finally we proved that m minus lambda uu star is this. Now what I want you to know is this, that now see, we have written that if you have studied spectral theorem, all right, so it is a note from spectral theorem. I am not telling you anything different from spectral theorem. If you have studied spectral theorem or you have done proof of it, then you must have done that ui star is actually a space with dimension 1, and ui star will be orthogonal to uj star provided that condition is that I is not equal to j. It means that u1 star is orthogonal space to u2 star. Are you getting my point? So we have written k orthogonal spaces over here. Got it? So m minus lambda uu star is actually direct sum of k, not k actually, because we are starting from 2, is m minus lambda uu star is direct sum of k minus 1 orthogonal spaces. Are you getting my point? What is the importance of direct sum? It means that they will have nothing in common. Why they have nothing in common? Because they are orthogonal. How can they have common in something? Because they are orthogonal. So m minus lambda uu star is direct sum of k minus 1 spaces, and every space here is of dimension 1. It means that rank of m minus lambda uu star will be what? 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many times? Up to k minus 1 times. Got it? So this is what we are talking about. You don't have to think m minus lambda uu star as a matrix. Don't think that this is a matrix. Clear in your mind that it's a space. It represents some range space. So the same thing is over here. Don't consider it as a matrix. So the question revolves around spectral theorem. If you have done it properly, then you can see this thing easily. All right. So from here we can easily show that first option is correct. So what we have done up till now is first is correct, second and third we discarded directly from where? From the counter, or we can say because first is correct, so how can second and third be correct? Now we have to talk about fourth option. So see, we have to show that for m minus lambda uu star to the power n is equal to this. This is what we have to show. We will begin by using just 2. All right. So by seeing 2, we will get an idea that how this thing will be done for every n. So that is why we are doing it for 2. So don't think anything else, just do it for 2. So suppose we are doing it for 2. So your answer will be, if you will square this up, your answer will be m square minus, sorry, not minus, plus lambda square uu star. This is what you will get. Minus lambda, sorry, not lambda actually. So lambda times of m uu star, and the last one will be minus lambda uu star m. So this is what we will get. Now see that don't consider this lambda as something else. It is actually lambda 1. All right. Don't think that u is something else and u1 is something different. It is actually u1 and lambda. All right, lambda 1. Now see, we will start by just writing m square plus, now what is u star u? It represents norm of u. This thing represents norm of u. It's a definition of norm. Now you know that they are orthogonal eigenvector, and I forgot to mention that they are also unit vector. all right, in the theorem. So they are also unit vector. In the problem also it was given to you that u is a unit vector. Unit vector means its norm is 1. So this thing represents norm of u, and it in the theorem, from the theorem, or you can say from the statement, its norm is 1. So this thing will be 1. What you will get is lambda square uu star. Now let us write. Now see, mu is what? Mu is lambda times of u from the given statement. Mu is lambda times of u. So you will get lambda square uu star minus. Now what I will do, I am not writing lambda it anymore. I will just write lambda 1 for a while. I will tell you why. And instead of u, I am writing u1 star, because from this, all right, they are equal actually. Now I am writing m is equal to this summation that was given to us, all right, or you can say this statement. M is equal to what? It is this. So if you will write summation lambda I ui star over here, and I is varying from 1 to n. Now you know that ui star is a space with dimension 1, and for every I not equal to j, ui star is orthogonal to uj star. It means that u1 star will be orthogonal to every I which is not 1. Got it? So the product of them will be 0. So what will be left? Only the first term will be left. Everything will be 0 if you will multiply. So you will get m square lambda square uu star minus lambda u star whole square, and from here what I am telling you, that first term will be left. It means that lambda 1. So now let us replace lambda is lambda, because otherwise why I am doing all of this, because we will have a confusion on u and lambda. We will not think it like that. This is orthonormal, all right. So you will get u1 star. The first thing will be left. I'm sorry, I forgot. So now see, lambda square u1 star we are getting, all right. Now this un is nothing else, it is u, all right. So let us erase it. Okay, so now what we are getting is this. Now see that this thing is cancelled by this. So what we are getting is m square minus lambda square uu star. So see, we proved it for n is equal to 2 that this thing is true. Now we can actually prove it for n. I leave it as an exercise for you. The fact that you have to use in this problem is that uu star is 1. It means norm of u is 1. And the other fact is that ui star is a space of 1 dimension, and if I is not equal to j, then ui star is orthogonal to uj star. So this is the thing that you have to use, all right. And using that, you can prove it for n also. For n, what you have to use? You have to use binary theorem, all right. So let me write it. So see, these are the things that you have in order to show 4 is true for every n belongs to natural number. You have to use two things. First is that ui star is a space which is orthogonal to uj star, provided that I is not equal to j. And the second thing that we are using over here is this, that norm of u, which is u star u, is 1. So these are the two things that we should actually use in order to show. So so this question is almost done, and we are getting that, all right. So what we are getting is 1 is true, second and third we proved it is incorrect, and fourth we proved it is correct. So 1 and 4 are the answer for this problem. If you have any doubt regarding this problem, you can always ask in the comment section. If you have any other doubt, you can join our WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Links are given in the description part of the video. All right. So thank you.